G'day team, Coach Ray here. I'm a triathlon and marathon running coach who specialises in coaching beginner and recreational athletes to achieve their sporting as well as their health and fitness goals. Welcome to race week of my 12-week beginner half marathon training plan. This is the final week of a plan that is for someone wanting to complete a half marathon. Couple of prerequisites prior to starting the training plan 12 weeks ago. You needed to be running 3 to 4 times per week. You also needed to be able to comfortably run for 60 minutes non-stop. Now, if you can't run for 60 minutes non-stop, don't worry, I've got options for you, but I'll cover them at the end of the video. Now, if you can't even run for 30 minutes non-stop, I've got an option for that as well. You're different end of the spectrum compared to other runners. And for those that enjoy going to the gym and want to include some specific gym-based fitness to make them stronger, better runners, I've got options at the end of the video for you as well. The focus point this week is a race-specific aerobic fitness through tempo intervals, and we're going to continue the taper that we started last week with a decrease in overall training load and your volume of training. This week's workouts, our key run sessions are on Tuesday and Thursday, and obviously race day in the weekend. Those two key run sessions on Tuesday, we've got tempo run number 1, which is a lot shorter, a lot more condensed than previous weeks with more rest as well. And you're just doing 3 by 90 seconds at level 3. On Thursday, we've got the 30-minute stride out runs, a big decrease from the 60 minutes you were doing 2 weeks prior. These runs are available in Velocity. If you want to be led through a treadmill-based workout with me on video connected to you, then click the link down in the description for a 14-day free trial of Velocity. Now, I can't take you through the race as a video-led workout, but I can take you through tempo run number 1 and the 30-minute stride outs, as well as the stretching. Your rest day on Friday sees a planned whole body stretching session, 30 minutes. There's a video-led stretch session within Velocity for 30 minutes as well. Leaving Monday and Wednesday as your optional strength days, and I'll discuss those options at the end of the video. Details of tempo run number 1. The purpose of this is half marathon race pace. We're looking at that sustained intensity, although we're not really sustaining it very long within this workout. But level 3 is a sustained intensity that you can hold that pace for a wee while. This workout is a reduction in volume from what we've had the last couple of weeks. So we're starting with that 10-minute warm-up at level 2, same as all workouts. Next up is 3 90-second reps at level 3, but we're going to take a 3-minute rest interval at level 1, and then we're going to wrap things up with 10 minutes cooling down at level 2 once you've done all 3 of those reps. The workout, as I touched on before, it's available on Velocity, so get on that 14-day free trial and give the session a go, video-led on the treadmill. Also, 10-minute post-run stretching session is available in Velocity, so that whole workout can be followed from start to finish within the Velocity platform. 30-minute stride outs. As always, we're looking at exposing the body to the higher intensity efforts mixed into mainly aerobic running. This particular workout, once again, it's a reduction in volume and deloading the total training stress on the body. So come the weekend, you are fresh as a daisy, ready to go. So as always, starting with a 10-minute warm-up at level 2. We're then into a series of 10 by 15 second stride outs at level 5 and 45 seconds rest interval at level 1, maximizing that recovery. The stride outs themselves are fast, relaxed running. You're not going to be sprinting. You're not going to be getting out of breath. I'm finishing with a 10-minute cool down at level 2 and a further 10 minutes of stretching. So word on intensity. Level 2 for all our warm-ups and cool downs is a nice easy intensity. You can comfortably converse with a training partner, and we're targeting 81 to 89% of your threshold pace if you are measuring it on a Garmin or Coros or some other watch. The tempo run on Tuesday, we're using level 3, a moderate intensity, running at that intensity. If you were trying to converse, your sentences would be shorter and you'd need to catch your breath between those sentences. Targeting 90 to 94% of your threshold pace. Level 5 is what we're using for the stride outs. Now this, if we sustain this intensity for 2 to 3 minutes, it's a very hard intensity where we're lots of grunts and groans to sustain it. We're not trying to sustain it. It's 15 seconds of fast, relaxed running, targeting that 110 to 120% of threshold pace. It's short, it's sweet, it's relaxed, but it's fast. You're not getting out of breath. You're not taxing your body system. Finally, a level 1, a very easy intensity, no issues with holding a conversation, targeting sort of less than 80% of your threshold pace. This is the rest interval we're using for the sessions of this week. Let's have a look at the final prep. Few things I recommend. Let's start with the mental prep first of all. I've prepared a running event self-psych form. The link is there down in the description, or you can just type that into your web browser. That'll take you to download a form. I recommend you print it off. Use a good old-fashioned pen and write the answers in as you work your way through your race plan. This will cover all the what ifs, what your goals are, how your preparation's been. It covers a lot of things. It gives you a few things to think about, but it's a great way to help settle your mind and know that you've got everything under control. The night before, and maybe even 2 nights before as well, having a high carbohydrate meal. Pasta-based, a rice-based meal. I recommend using a vegetable-based sauce as opposed to a cheese-based sauce for a pasta. A tomato or vegetable-based sauce mixed in with some quality protein from whether you are a meat eater and could have chicken or some sort of other meat in there. If you're not a meat eater, maybe some tofu or some good quality vegetable-based protein sources in that meal. The morning of the event, a light but healthy breakfast is the way to go. You don't want it gluggy and sitting in your stomach. The other thing I haven't written on here that possibly could be is to stay hydrated. With those high carbohydrate meals, for every gram of carbohydrate that you store, you need 3 grams of water in order to store that. Expect to feel a little bit bloated if you're weighing yourself a little bit heavier on the scales. That's fine. It's just telling you that you're well fueled. Stay hydrated in the lead up to the race. You're wanting to be in a position where you urinate a nice clear color, not a strong straw colored, unless you're also taking a multivitamin, in which case that will come through as a strong, sometimes even fluorescent type straw color. On the race day, get to the race venue with plenty of time. I recommend a negative split. For my faster runners, I recommend racing in thirds. I usually tell them to go fast, faster, fastest for each of the 7-kilometer thirds of the event. But for you, I'm going to say for the first third, run it nice and easy. For the second third, run at a moderate pace. So you're picking things up a little. And for your final third, stay focused. It's likely that you'll spend a large portion of your race day running at level 3. But the majority is probably going to be level 2, a nice steady state that you can sustain for the entire duration of the event. This is an old photo of me, actually. It's one of my favorite race photos. The lady running beside me is one of my long-term clients, Diane. She was doing the half marathon. I was doing the full marathon that day in Taranaki, the Mountain to the Sea marathon and half marathon, respectively. She started a little bit later than me, had a lot less distance to cover, but we ended up finishing or approaching the final few hundred meters and into the finishing chute at the same time. So when I caught up to her, I ran into the finishing chute with her, and wasn't the purpose of running in with her to get a great photo, but we did get a great photo, and it's a great memory as well. I know she quite enjoys that photo as well. Those other options I mentioned for people that can't run comfortably for 30 minutes yet, my Getting Started and Running training plan is a fantastic option. Over 4 weeks, we'll take you through a plan that builds you through a series of workouts, jog, walk sessions. Over the duration of the 4 weeks, we build the duration of the workouts. We increase the amount of jogging you do within the workout. We decrease the amount of walking, and we get you to the point where you can run comfortably for 4 kilometers non-stop. For those of you that can already run for 30 minutes, but not a full 60 minutes, send me a message, touch base, and we'll have a chat about where exactly you are, what your goals are, what your lifestyle factors are, your work commitments, family commitments, study commitments, etc., and come up with an appropriate plan to get you successfully to the start and finish line of your half marathon in 12 weeks. Look me up on Facebook. I'm easy to find. Send me a DM on Instagram at coach_Ray_NZ, or send me an email, coachray@coachray.nz. And for those of you that really enjoy going to the gym and want to include some specific run strength based training sessions that are periodized and complement your half marathon training schedule, my Run Strong, Build Strength for Faster, More Efficient Running is the way to go. There's 2 versions of that training plan, one that has 2 strength sessions per week and one that has 3 strength sessions per week. Click the link down in the description and get on board. Any questions at all, feel free to reach out either via direct message or email. But all the best for your half marathon this week. Add to the comments down below how you found this 12-week training plan and how you went in your half marathon.